What's up, Cripple Crew? EDC with DBD, disabled but deadly. And I thought we would go over the Ultem collection now that it has grown since our last video. There's been a couple of knives that one was purchased, one was given as a gift. Plus I got some new scales. We got some stuff to show for sure. And exciting news about another Ultem knife on the way. But first, make sure that you stab that like button, like you mean it, /subscribe. I'd love to have you here, and you're not going to want to miss all the dope knife and EDC content coming your way. Also, drop a comment below. Let me know what's in yo pockets. All right. If you watch my channel at all, you know that I am a big fan of Ultem. I like the feel of it. I love the looks of Ultem. And I also like the fact that it is lightweight and very strong. It's also not something that it's not porous, so you don't have to worry about your sweat staining it or anything like that. It's a great material, very, very strong, lightweight material, and can withstand heat. Just a cool material and looks fantastic. I saw some Ultem knives on a couple of channels. I believe Tri-State might have been the first, and I fell in love immediately. The ABW Model 1 Warney is one I still want to add to the collection. That was one of my first grails, was seeing that knife in Ultem. And I fell in love, and I wanted that, and I still do. But shortly after that, I saw that River's Edge Cutlery dropped some exclusive Ultem scales for the PM2 made by Cerberus. So made here in the US, and they were $99. They had several finishes like fish scale and a couple others, radial I think. I went with the frag, and I ordered these and put these on the PM2 and just love it. Just love it. Once I added the Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip, this became such a different knife. So much easier to get in and out of the pocket once I had these scales and this clip. And it carries much better in the pocket too. They're much more comfortable than the stock G10. And if you know how ergonomic the PM2 is, adding the extra comfort on the scales just really stepped it up. So PM2 was the first one. I know you guys have seen that and the Lynch clip. The next knife, I saw Blade HQ had exclusive Hogue Dekas with MagnaCut, and they had the Warnies and the clip points, and they had MagnaCut and Ultem. And the ones that I saw, then they were sold out when I first saw them, had the satin blade. And I signed up for the waiting list to be notified if they got them back, and I got a notification that they were coming with a black blade, which I prefer Ultem in black. So I signed up, and as soon as these dropped, I immediately picked up the Warney. I'd been wanting a Deka for the collection, and at the time, because this was purchased for me, this was a gift from the Deadly Daughter, so this was the most expensive knife I had ever purchased for myself at the time. And again, added a Lynch Northwest deep carry titanium pocket clip. And this is an awesome knife that has gotten more pocket time than almost anything else in the collection, because it slides into the pocket, it has such a narrow profile, and it's so light that it's easy to drop in the fifth pocket and forget. And then you've got a slicey blade of MagnaCut on you, and just a sick knife. My third one It's from the Deadly Junior. My son, for Christmas last year, got me the Kubey Scimitar, which is a very cool looking knife. I'm normally not into Persians or trailing points. I don't have any others in the collection. But this one, it's a big full-size knife. As you can see, it's every bit as long as the PM2. And so very hand-filling, and it's perfect in the Beef Jerky Avenger grip offhand. But just a really cool knife anyway. That's the Kubey Scimitar. This one is in Ultem, and this was my third Ultem knife. Numbers 4 and 5 came together. I'd been wanting the Kubey Titus, and I had recently, right before this one, got a jade Titus from my wife for our anniversary, and loved the knife. So wanted another one. Wanted Ultem. White Mountain Knives had a stupid Kubey sale, and I got this. Lay down, you're not going to play in here while I'm doing a video. Crazy dogs. I got the Ultem Titus and the Ultem Kubey Bluff at the same time. Plus I got the titanium Titus for like $67. Titanium and 14C. Crazy. These were on stupid deals at White Mountain Knives, so I picked both of these up. And the Titus is just such a cool knife. It's achieved budget evergreen status, and there's so many different handle materials. There's different blade seals you can pick it up in. You can get the titanium versions as well. Killer knife. The Kubey Bluff is a Bridgeport design, and Kubey's first crossbar. It's adjustable with 3 spots. It comes shipped in the middle, and I've actually left it there because it's tuned perfectly. It's already a pretty stiff detent, and if you pull the handle back, it comes home every single time. It's tuned great. I was rocking it without the thumb studs and just trying to run with the blade hole and fuller. But this one, for me, works better with the optional thumb studs that came with it. And they work perfectly as a wave function. This rides in my 5th pocket, or, well, for me, it's a magazine pocket on my 511 pants. And every single time I pull it out, I can pull it out with it already open and ready to go. The ergos on this are fantastic. And this radial pattern in the Ultem is one of the best I have felt as far as grippiness for Ultem. Feels amazing. I'm not normally a fan as much of this one's blasted, but of a silver blade with Ultem. I like to see the black and the black underneath, but this was my first one that wasn't Ultem on black, and it does look really good, and you can see everything underneath very well. This has a tip-up deep carry reversible pocket clip, which is good because being a crossbar lock, this is an ambidextrous knife for sure. After those, right when I was about to start the channel, I saw that CountyCom, my favorite EDC store, was dropping a collab with Vosteed doing 500 Ultem mini Nightshades. And I've wanted to try Vosteed. I wanted to try the Nightshade series. And I decided that this exclusive knife, which is dirty because it gets quite a bit of use. I use this knife a lot. This exclusive knife, number 477 of 500, was going to be the knife that kind of launched my channel. So I picked this up from Vosteed. I bought this. I paid full price. No, I used code Lefty10 at the time to save 10%. Now I have at Vosteed, I mean not at Vosteed, at CountyCom, code EDCwithDBD to save you 10%. My affiliate link will be linked below for anybody here that I have an affiliate link with. It does help my channel when you use those affiliate links, and I really appreciate it if you do, but that's up to you. And you can use code EDCwithDBD to save 10%. And you get this, and it's clipped to my pants right now, the Maratac Back-to-Basics flashlight with the glow-in-the-dark diffuser, which is so useful. And an extra CountyCom patch to go with the Vosteed patch. All for less than $90 if you use code EDCwithDBD. This is one of the best values you will find in the EDC, in the knife market, in the flashlight market. This is one of the best combo values you can buy, and there's still a few of these left. I highly recommend this completely ambidextrous knife that is small enough to be a 5th pocket knife, but big enough to get a full 4-finger grip on, and is made to work with that shilling cutter blade being pointed down at anything you're already, or any type of cut you're doing. It's already pointed down. Fantastic knife. I couldn't recommend higher. That was number 6 in the collection. 6. Number 7 was a trade with my homeboy Mad Yako. And that Hank that you've seen come in and wipe off a few of these knives is an awesome Hank, handmade by my homeboy Mad Yako. He's doing Hanks now on his Etsy store, which I will link below. And when you buy from him, you get a very high quality Hank that's handmade right in Ohio. And you help out a member of our community and another knife reviewer, just a good dude. So it's a win-win situation. So I made a trade with Mad Yako, and on my end, I netted the Kubey Dust Devil in Ultem. My first, perfect EDC size fixie, and my first Ultem fixie. Also, my first Tempest designs, which I've wanted. I've followed Knives Fast channel for a couple of years, and all of Casey's designs so far for Tempest have been amazing, and most of them have just been out of my reach at the time. This Kubey, Kubey Dust Devil, retail price is like $80, but you can find this at $64 frequently. Always pretty much at Knife Global, which I can link below. That's not an affiliate link, but it's a great knife to pick up. And places like Chicago Knife Works, I've seen drop this all the way down to $37 or $40. So at that price, it's an absolute steal. $60 is crazy for this knife, but $40 is a stupid steal. If you see that, grab it. This knife is so nimble in hand, whether you're doing a pinch grip, hammer, saber, beef jerky, Avenger, it really doesn't matter. It's so light and nimble. The lanyard and bead weigh about as much as the knife. The knife is just over, is a little over, I think it's 2.4 ounces, and the sheath is just over 2 ounces. So even with the awesome sheath that comes with this, you're less than 4.5 ounces. Very highly recommendable knife. Even though I don't have any affiliate links, I would absolutely recommend this either in the Ultem or the red or blue micarta. If you're wrong and you're not an Ultem fan. Let's see, we're going to put this guy kind of like this. Hopefully that still comes up. Number 8 is the Oknife Rubato 4 that was gifted to me by the DDB, the Deadly Daughter Boyfriend. And this is a fantastic knife. feels like a lighter spring, but it's tuned perfectly. I mean, I pull it back and it goes in the handle. It's exactly what I like. And it snaps out beautifully. Whoop, that was my fault. My hand got in the way. But it snaps out beautifully every time with those thumb studs. This is like 2.82 ounces. So under 3 ounces for a blade, S35 VN blade that's 3.04, 3.04 inches, something like that. Just over 3 inches. This is almost the exact same size as my drop bear with just a sliver more blade, because that one's under 3 inches. But this S35 VN blade, the blade stock starts off at only 110 thousandths, so it's a little slicier than most. And that full flat grind brings it down to an edge that's quite a bit slicier than my drop bear. The handle is more comfortable, especially in a choke up position, than my drop bear. So, and you can pick this one up right now on their sale. You can get the Ultem version for $95 with S35 VN, or you can get it with their U1 utility tool, which is a crossbar lock replaceable utility blade, for $101. $6 more. You can add that tool right now with their sale that's going on. But that sale is almost over. I'll link it below. It's not an affiliate link, so feel free to use it. But highly recommendable knife that is about to go off sale. And I don't know why I started flipping those a different way. I was putting them this way so that the lynch clips on those ones would be visible. And now, the most recent addition to the Ultem collection, thanks to Rip's Garage Tech, is my Austin A Shark Foot AD 20.5 that the Deadly Daughter got me last year. They are getting out of Ultem. They have beautiful Ultem scales, and yellow Ultem, and even black Ultem for knives like Spyderco PM2s and 3s, Lil Native. They have some sick Lil Native scales. I think Shaman scales. They have, obviously, Demko scales with different finishes. I like this Pyrogrip finish. Very nice texture that doesn't shred the pocket at all, but is nice in hand. They make scales in different materials for brands Spyderco, Demko, Benchmade, Chris Reeve knives, Hogue. So, they make scales and accessories. Check them out. I'll link them below. Oop, there we go. Look at that. That's not an affiliate link, but they did provide these scales. And I've carried these for a few days now. They're twice as thick as the FRN scales were, so they fill the hand out nicer. And they're also much smoother on the edges, so they eliminated the hot spots that the stock FRN scales had. Also, even though this Pyrogrip texture is very grippy, it's also smooth on top. So that with this Lynch Northwest deep carry clip, it slides right in and out of the pocket without chewing up the pocket at all anymore. My Demkos before the Lynch clips ripped holes in 2 pairs of my 511 pants, just chewing them up. These scales aren't going to chew up your pants, and especially with the Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip. It feels fantastic with these scales on, and has been in my pocket, in one of my pockets since I put these on. I haven't been able to stop carrying it. It may have moved to the front of the line for a favorite in my collection right now. If it's near there. I out of all my scales, the only ones that come close to this are the Cerberus scales. And I think, I mean, the Cerberus scales also made in America. Fantastic scales. Highly recommend Cerberus. Great company. But, and I'm not saying this because they provided them, I think I like the Rips Garage Tech scales a little more. Could be the knife, could be the texture, could be the color, but I like the RGT scales a little better. And this will be getting a ton of pocket time in the, I mean, not just in the, I'm just saying in the near future, but it's just going to be getting a ton of pocket time, period. It's become a knife I completely love. I liked my Demkos when she got them for me, and I was carrying them even though they ripped up the pockets. But having a Demko that's comfortable in hand and doesn't chew pockets is a game changer. So make sure you check out RGT, linked below. I'll link as much of the stuff as I can below, and I'll note if it's an affiliate link. Again, those help my channel, but that's completely up to you. Let me know. What do you guys think about Ultem? Are you in the Ultem lover fan group? Are you wrong and can't stand the piss scales? Or are they starting to grow on you a little bit? Let me know. You know the drill. Stay safe, stay frosty, and most importantly, stay deadly.